Hey guys, it's Stephanie from Raven and Blots, and today I'm going to be doing a book review on The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. Now, I do want to say that before I start on this book review, I'm not going to do anything spoilerly, and I'm not going to tell you guys how it ends or anything like that. I'm going to try to uphold the BookTube oath, which is to not spoil people who have not read this book. That being said, the cover is absolutely fantastic. And it glows in the dark. Yeah, it does. And if you don't think that's creepy, wait until you go to sleep and then you see this blue glowing book standing on your bookshelf and then you go, oh my goodness, it glows in the dark. Ah! So, The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. This is about 4 teenagers, and it's technically a coming-of-age story where these 4 teenagers literally just want to survive until graduation, because like 8 years ago, the school burned down because of blood-sucking zombies, and the time before that it was vampires, and there were some soul catchers in there too somewhere. So this sounded like a very interesting book. Bookstagram and BookTube have been going nuts about this book, and I honestly, when I read the back, I thought it was going to be something along the lines of, say, The Hobbit, but in modern times, where we were going to have dragons and slaying and everything, and it was going to be like this epic adventure, and I thought it was going to be really fun. However, well, impressions can apparently be deceiving. I only rated this book a 2.5 stars on Goodreads. I didn't like it at all, and the sad fact is that I liked the idea of it, but I didn't like the actual book. So, for example, Patrick Ness starts off each chapter with this really random blurb. I'm trying to find one that's not gonna... So, starts off like this, and it goes, Chapter the first, in which a messenger of the immortals arrives in a surprising shape looking for a permanent vessel. After being chased by her through the woods, Indie Kid Flynn meets his final fate. That's literally the chapter, like, title. And he has one of those on each chapter. And so I thought, oh, sweet. We're going to have, like, this whole Laini Taylor, Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, where they actually get to be, like, the hero. And this is going to be fantastic. Nope, nope. You only get pieces of the indie kids, and the indie kids are the ones who are apparently the cool enough to be chosen by all these bad guys. And so you only have them. You have 4 kind of not okay people. You have one of them who suffers from anxiety. You have another who suffers from anorexia. You have another who is son of the cat god. So, you know. And then you have one who is a missionary's kid. Now, that being said, I didn't care about any of the characters at all. Like, none of their plots really affected me. None of their problems really caused me any concern. Nothing really actually bothered me in this book that I really wanted to care about or really see if they were, you know, going to make it out alive or anything. Like, I literally could not care about this book. I actually had to force myself to finish this book because I kept saying, surely it's going to get better. Sooner or later, this book is going to get better. Everybody's raved about it, but it didn't. The most exciting parts were the chapter headings. Look at this. Look at this chapter heading, okay? And this one is where Satchel, mourning her friends but pressing on feistily, keeps researching her amulet with the card catalog. The mysterious boy appears in her bedroom one night. His first words are, I'm sorry. They want to take over the immortality. I mean, this is like, he had like whole different story going on in the chapter headings, and I wish I would have had that story instead of the story he ended up with, because I really didn't feel like these characters were worth my while. I didn't like his way of writing either, and it really killed me because I felt like with all the descriptions of like the zombie cops and the zombie deer, that we could have had like some really cool sci-fi, like average Joe picks up and saves the world sort of thing, and it didn't happen. So I was really kind of bummed about that. Plus, I don't know how Patrick Ness normally writes because this is my first one reading him. But what I did notice is that he tends to write in rabbit trails. So he'll start off with something and then he'll like chase it this way, and then he's like, oh yeah, I was going this way. Oh, just kidding, I was down here. And it just, it made me kind of irritated. I didn't care for the plot, and I really didn't like the fact that you have all these questions about why is this happening in the town. I kind of felt like Gravity Falls meets really, really boring BBC Sherlock, because nothing was being done to help these kids. Like, these 4 people that we're supposed to care about in the main part of the book didn't really care about the indie kids dying. They didn't care about the body count knocking up. They were just like, oh yeah, whatever, it's the indie kids and they always die. And I was really kind of getting annoyed at that. And I was really frustrated because I felt like I really wanted this to be a good book, and that's why I kept reading. But the most, like I said, the most interesting points for me were the chapter parts where I was getting a glimpse into the sci-fi world. So I don't know, guys, maybe it's just me. Maybe I from what I hear, everybody else loves this book. So it could just be me. I don't know, but for me, I'm not that thrilled with it. And unfortunately, it really did disappoint. Of all the expectations and all the hype I've heard, this sadly was an understated disappointment, and I'm very sad for that. Anyway, guys, I hope you have an amazing night. Maybe you'll pick it up, see if you like it. I'm not the boss of any book critic or whatever, but this is just how I felt, and if you liked it, let me know down in the comments why you liked it. Don't forget to like and also subscribe to my videos. That really does help me out. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram or any of my social medias, I have that right down below. Anyway, guys, I hope you have an amazing night, and keep reading, you awesome dragons, you.